A job application gone very wrong. This anecdote shared on X has over 10 million views. It says, cannot stress how much of an advantage it is to be a normal, well-adjusted applicant for banking roles. I reviewed a resume that listed olive oil as an interest. That is not an interest. It's been hours and I cannot stop thinking about it. There will not be an interview. So, but should you list olive oil on your resume, Andrea?
Yes. First of all, I feel like we're telling young people, we're giving them mixed messages. On one hand, we're telling them, on your resume, stand out. We don't want to see the cookie cutter thing. We want to know who you are. You just can't be this person with all of this work stuff. Who are you outside of your job? And on the other hand, when they put that on the page, on the resume, we're like, yeah, but olive oil, what is that? You're not even going to speak to this person. That was my problem with it. Also, in that you're posting it, you're the worst employer ever. Who wants to work for you? The fact that you would even say that to someone. And by the way, there are 8 different types of olive oil, and you can, olive oil is made in 60 different countries, sir. So you could have had a very interesting conversation about olive oil, but you'll never know that because you never give that person a chance.
Just quickly, the hiring manager, I don't know if we can bring up that tweet again, the one who was judging all the olive oil, that's his photo.
What does that mean?
It's Fred from Scooby-Doo, guys.
Oh.
I don't know
What does
why
that
you
mean?
would
What does
judge
that mean?
I don't know.
Exactly, very uninteresting.
Why are
Very
you judging
uninteresting.
anybody? Anyway, go.
Well, I don't get a lot of jobs from resumes.
No.
But on my resume, it says that I'm a nudist. And in fact, if I ever get hurt in the workplace, I have to go to a nudist hospital.
Got you.
It's part of your
part of you.
So I don't get a lot of jobs from my resume.
That was so silly, my earring jumped off.
That's been my goal for every time I'm on here, and it finally happened.
Even though I totally agree, we want people to be interesting. If you look at that guy's, I thought you were going to bring up his handle. His handle is 90 days liquidity. Do you know those finance bros? Do you know what they're like? Watch Wolf of Wall Street, okay? Wolf of Wall Street is the finance bro. Bay Street's not that far. It's around the corner. And you know what those guys are like? They're about one thing. I say guys, it's also gals. Money, money, money. Guess what? They're not interested if you have hobbies. They're not interested if you are an interesting person. They want to know, are you going to hustle and make us money? It sounds very old school. It's a little bit like that's not very 2026. But the Wolf of Wall Street, as fictional as it was, has a sliver of truth. 90 days liquidity. Apparently, this guy, Scooby-Doo, lives what his handle is. So he's happier if you don't have interest. That means you will hustle at
But it's
work.
so short-sighted. I get that.
But
and I
then
think
who
you're
wants
right.
to work for a person who has that mentality?
Yeah, but that's what finance is.
Yeah.
Wall Street is cutthroat.
And
I don't care about olive oil.
And that is the beginning of the burnout that we talk about all the time, this mentality. And I'm like, with all the information we have today about that kind of mentality, we know that doesn't work.
And this guy shouldn't get into finance.
Oh, no, you mean the olive oil guy?
Yes.
First of all, there's a lot of money in olive oil. What are you guys talking about?
That's what he should do.
There's money in olive oil.
He should move to Italy and start the olive
Maybe
oil
he just
company.
wants it as a hobby. He doesn't want to ruin the hobby by making it about money.
Maybe not.